Celebrating Baldur's Gate 3's third anniversary in style, Larian Studios just released another new console mod drop in Baldur's Gate 3, and I gotta say, this is an exciting new drop because we got the highly requested Gunslinger class mod. In addition, another highly requested mod with the Seductress Set, as well as there's some updates and a new mod here to add on to the Ancient Mega Pack for those that enjoy, a lot of new cosmetics as well as different customization options as well. This is a pretty sweet drop, and we just got one yesterday. And the Gunslinger class releasing is super exciting because this one comes here with 5 different subclasses. In addition, this is a standalone mod. Previously, you'd have to get something like the D&D 5e Plus to be able to get that, but this mod here by Draco Tunes has full level 20 support alongside all these cool icons for this. So between the 5 different subclasses, we got things like the Dead Eye. Whenever you attack with a firearm, you can re-roll your attacks. We also got the Marauder here, which has the ability that applies marked for death. This will end up executing any targets that are below the threshold that you have on it, and you can stack this up multiple times. This class also gets some reactions, allowing them to attack in a frenzy. We also have the Maverick. Now, each of these has a different skill level evolved, Marauder being the easiest to play, whereas the Marauder is the max difficulty level 5. Now, they get a fun ability here where the number you need to roll a critical hit by an attack is reduced by 1, but you gain an innate 5% chance to land a critical miss. You also have an ability later on that lets you do a 50-50 either critical hit or critical miss. Obviously, that is a really high gamble, but a cool subclass idea. And you also have the natural roller. Your attack rolls can no longer be made with advantage or disadvantage. They also can swap their weapons in with a bonus action. This is a very interesting subclass. Now, pirates. I love pirates. I will give a bit of an update for my next mod update to the Infinite Combat mod, which is on console, and you can tell the theming is around pirates. This is another really fun subclass. It's thought to use like melee weapons as well as ranged attacks. You can also apply bleeds and burns and blow up gunpowder on your enemies. You also got in the back here gaining advantage on opportunity attacks, and when making an opportunity attack, you can use a revolver or hand mortar to make the attack instead of wielding the one in your main hand. Now, all these classes do come with their own weapons, which I'll show you guys in a moment here, but you also get to keep your friends close. Attack rolls made with ranged weapons held in one hand only do not have disadvantage against enemies in melee range. And the Sheriff here, now they get a fun ability which can mark a target, make them take additional radiant damage. You also get a bonus to your initiative equal to your charisma modifier, and you cannot be surprised. All 5 of these different subclasses offer a unique style of play. I'll show you guys a bit more of the pirate. It also comes with the breakaway disengage, allowing you to use a bonus action to get away, and they get to choose between a fighting style, with shooting being an option. Level 3 is when you get more subclass features here and class features with gambit points, which allow you to empower your firearm attacks. You also get the quick load, which uses a gambit point to restore all the ammo resources to the maximum without using up your bonus action. Subclass features we have for the pirate are flint and steel. Your melee attacks ignite gunpowder, dealing a 1d8 plus charisma modifier in half, force damage and bludgeoning damage in a 2-meter radius around the target, and setting it to burn for 2 turns. And you also have the hemorrhage, which makes your melee attacks apply bleed, and dealing piercing damage to a bleeding target with a firearm applies gaping wounds for 2 turns. We also get the gunpowder shot here, which lets you do that gunpowder explosion, and this does take up your main hand mortar ammo. And then there's also the point blank slug, which will make a ranged attack with your main hand mortar weapon in a cone in front of you. So this class you want to use like revolvers or the hand mortar. They also get the extra attack at level 5. In level 6 feature, you get the bullet rush. Here you gain a gambit point whenever you critically hit, and your next quick load has a 50% chance to refund a gambit point and increase to 100% when restoring rifle ammo. The subclass features for the pirate will also make your point blank slugs no longer require gambit points, and all ranged weapons with firearms will apply gunpowder on the enemy there. And then you can also apply potent gunpowder with the new potent shot. Level 7 is all about defense. You get opportunity attacks will have disadvantage, as well as evasion will let you dodge out of the way, and you take half damage on a successful dexterity saving throw will make it take no damage, and if you were to take damage from a spell, you only take half. Level 9 increases your gambit points, makes it so your normal firearm attacks will apply potent gunpowder, and then you also get the flare shot, which will apply a supporting flare on the target. Bite the bullet. Whenever you reach 0 hit points, you stand back up with 1. And by the way, that's really good if you end up blowing up something in your face to help survive it. At level 11, get additional gambit point and subclass features, Scrap Knell. Your potent gunpowder explosions deal full damage to targets with severed bleeding, even if they succeed their saving throw. Your firearm damage will deal an additional 3 piercing against those with gaping wounds, and your melee attacks will apply severe bleeding against burning targets. And yeah, this class is really fun to play. You also have things like ricochet shots, which lets you shoot at a target. It's not going to bounce around here because there's no enemies in the area, but you see there we apply the potent gunpowder on Halsin there, which is going to make him take additional 1d8 of fire damage with a melee attack. So yeah, I just want to do a bit of a showcase of the incredible Draco's Fantasy Gunslinger here, because I know this will be a very popular one on console. Next up though, Scurby's Seductress Set is now available on console. And that's the outfit that I'm rocking here, using some hair for a little bit of modesty though. It does come with a headdress here, imbued with a bardic vigor. When a creature hits you with a melee attack, they'll become charmed. You also get the Mantle of Majesty Grovel and Drop, which lets you control targets as a bonus action. You also have the wings for Friends and Seductress Dominate, and a +1 to your charisma. This is also a progressive armor set, meaning it'll increase with your level, and your spell save DC and spell attack rolls will increase with your level up to a +3. And you also have the handwear here. When you deal psychic damage, you also inflict mental fatigue for 2 turns, and you get the Mind Piercer Beam here, which it's like Eldritch Blast but psychic. And lastly, there's the Seductress Heals, gaining a +1 bonus to charisma checks and saving throws, and the Dread Pursuit, which lets you teleport to an area you can see. And these outfits are fully dyeable as well, so if you want to change up the color on them, you can go nuts, including the wings there. So yeah, I really like the accessories that they got going on there, the wings, everything about this outfit is really cool. And yeah, I know a lot of people are looking forward for this one because the Queen's Garment was showing this on its intro page. So yeah, Seductress Set by Scurby. But next up though, the Ancient Mega Pack Plus by Permanov. Now, this is an add-on to the Ancient Mega Pack. Reason being is they wanted to have the Ancient Mega Pack as like the end version for those that are on console. However, it's really nice that they ended up making this here as a patch to add on top of it. Kind of cool. I didn't know if this would come to console, but yeah, it came out about a month ago, and this will be the one that gets all the new updates. You can see here we have 29 new updates with extensive patch notes. Permanov puts a lot of effort into this. If your current amp run is going fine, you lose nothing by adding it. Existing saves can carry over. There are also some new ultra mini bosses. There's a variety of different changes. This is a very large mod. I'm not going to go over every single change that this mod adds. I may do an Ancient Mega Pack video update in the future. It's just hard to keep up with, continually keep doing videos when all the changes keep happening, but this adds in new difficulty levels. Ultra mini bosses will fall into the Eclipse. Nair is now a full-on boss, making this fight a lot more challenging. Enemy ability DCs will now change with the difficulty mode that you're playing on. There are ultra mini bosses that'll be summoned into fights. There are more loot options, a whole lot of changes to this. Again, it's impossible to go over every single thing that's been added with this just because it is so extensive, so I'll probably do a video in the future on this. But I'm really excited about this. The Arcadia Clothing and Light Armor here by Onyxia23. It is the same creator that made the Acheron outfit, which I've been using in a lot of my console videos, so this one here, my character, but this is the Arcadia here. So it does come with some special abilities. So the Arcadia Shawl, at the beginning of the wearer's turn, the cloak activates, granting disadvantage on attack rolls. You also get the Gushing Air ability here. So what this does is it's going to give you 2 jets of thunderous billowing air that does 2d6 of thunder damage. We also have the Arcadia's armor, and there are multiple versions of this for both body types here. So when concentrating, you add your spellcasting ability modifier to saving throws and a +1 to your armor class. And when you deal thunder damage, you gain arcane acuity. It's great for thunder themed builds. And you also get the Thunder Smite here, which is usable per short rest. The bracers here, cantrips that cost an action, cost a bonus action instead. And the Silver Tongue, you gain a bonus to your persuasion checks equal to your intelligence modifier +1 acrobatics. And the boots here will give you freedom of movement and long strider. And when you jump, you'll create a thunder radius upon landing. And a little heads up there is that you do have a passive that allow you to toggle this on and off. And the cool thing about this is it has full dye support. So if you want to get the Assassin's Creed looking version, the Harlequin black and white dye from the base game will make it look like this. So lots of customization to be had with the Arcadia, and I'm a huge fan of this one here. So that's almost all it's included. I forgot to include the Arcadia's pendant here. When the wearer becomes blinded, paralyzed, or poisoned, they automatically will cast the Lesser Restoration, and you get spell slot Restoration and a +2 to your intelligence to a max of 23. So yeah, you can get yourself a spell slot back per long rest as a bonus action. So yeah, really cool outfit mod. And here are the different versions. So there's one that's a little bit more built up, and yeah, it's got varieties for 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks really cool. It also does come with a dye to give you that appearance there. But yeah, incredible mod. Next up, we got Crimson Hair Catalog Part 3. Now this is one that I've used in my PC mod videos. I know a lot of people really were looking forward to this. So with this, I'll go over all the different hairstyle selections here. So there's the white and purple options there. And some of these are very long, so really sweet to see. And you have the hair physics on them, kind of similar to Isabel's, but shorter here. And yeah, I love the Crimson Hair packs. All 3 of them here now available on console. So you got lots of options for creating your own character. And we got some other mods by this creator as well today. So this is by Sweet Generous Things Mods. I really like this straight one. I've used used this in a few different videos here, and there's some short hair options as well. And again, I'm just going to go through all of them here. The dark bride hairstyle, really good selections with the highlights as well. And here's another one I've used a lot in the videos. And finally, the can't sleep. I can relate. So yeah, the Crimson Hair Pack version 3 is now available on console. Pretty sweet stuff. And to follow this up, we also got the sweet little hair pack, also by Sweet Generous Things Mods. Now, this is what I started off the video with because there's some pretty sweet ones here, and I love, again, how the highlights work on these, so I'll go through all of them. For some reason, mine are just calling them not found, so I do have a lot, as you can see by my scroll bar, of hair mods installed. But I really like these because they're unique. You got the top bun there, and some long hair options. That's what I was using to conceal my character at the start a little bit. And then we got this ponytail here. This kind of gives me some loose Sephiroth vibes there. And we also got this one here, some high ponies, and it's another long hairstyle with full on highlights. And then this one here, which is another really cool one because it's just so long. So yeah, a lot of options here with the Sweet Generous Things sweet little hair pack. And I'll probably get a comment asking what face mod I'm using. Well, this actually came in today's drop as well with the Killer Queen head preset by Sweet Generous Things Mods. When this mod first came out, I sang the song Killer Queen. I'm not going to do that again, but yeah, this is a nice head mod because it comes with two variants. There's one that is going to come with the vampiric teeth and bites, and the other is just going to be natural. And yeah, big fan of Queen, waiting for the Freddie Mercury head pack to come out next. Next up though, this is an exciting one for Dragonborn fans. We haven't had a mod for them in a while. Poesilibre's Dark Urge Scale Collection by Poesielibre. Now this one is really cool. It gives you a lot of new options here, especially if you want to have something that looks very unique, as you can see here. So you'll add this in, it'll be selected under your skin color options here for the Dragonborn race. And you can see very metallic, which I know a lot of people are a fan of. So we do have some highly metallic options here. And this goes great with a lot of other Dragonborn mods. So I'd highly encourage you to check out some mods by like a Kelka, for example. Yeah, really cool stuff. And unique too. So yeah, this gives you the full body as well. So if you're doing something like a gem ancestral Dragonborn here, you got that with this mod. So full customization. Here are all the different colors. Great for the Dark Urge because yeah, it's a lot of red themes here. So you can have a very scary looking Dragonborn with these. I love it. The metallics are cool. And yeah, big fan of this here. So I just want to show off some of the colors options. And yeah, you can go full red if that's your thing. That feels like Dirge. So yeah, honestly, an amazing mod drop 2 days in a row. But I do have a couple questions because I got this mod here on console a few weeks back, the Infinite Combat Create Your Encounters in Zombies mode, and I am working on the next update. In a nutshell, if you haven't used this mod, it lets you summon in combat encounters so you can create your own stories. It's perfect for roleplay, but I am looking for ideas around balance because I've gotten actually a few people say the balance is good on these, but I'm just curious what kind of attacks you'd like to see, how the health scaling is. I have some enemies, and again, I am working on a pirate update here, so this is going to coincide with another exciting pirate mod. Right now I have 3 pirates in the works, and I'm going to be adding assassins to this as well. Big fan of obviously Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. So yeah, there's going to be a pirate, assassin, and goblin update coming here soon with a mini boss included. Thinking about maybe 2 mini bosses. But yeah, let me know how the health scaling is on this mod. Is that something that I'm really curious about as people play throughout the game? I just want to know their thoughts as I've played through this for many hours. I'm just curious what people think. But yeah, sweet mod drop. Let me know your favorites in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed, and we'll catch you all in the next one.